Test. 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 Deck the hall with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. On this beautiful Christmas Eve, we welcome you to West Shore Unitarian Universalist Church, where we are building a spiritual community that is changing lives. Tonight, we celebrate the holiday season with rituals of song and story and candlelight. It is good to be together, to deepen into the spiritual meanings of this time, of glad tidings, hopeful possibilities, beautiful peace, and fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe truth is larger than any one book or way. Religion and science, they go hand in hand. Integrity requires freedom of conscience. Diversity is something to celebrate. In the struggle for justice, we come alive. Our highest aspiration and calling is love. And whoever you are, whomever you love, whatever path you are on, you are welcome here.
We begin with the words of Maureen Killoran. Not gold, nor myrrh, nor even frankincense would I have for you this season, but simple gifts, the ones that are the hardest to find, the ones that are perfect, even for those who have everything, if such there be. I would, if I could, have for you the gift of courage, the strength to face the gauntlets only you can name, and the firmness in your heart to know that you, yes, you, can be a bearer of quiet dignity that is human glorified. I would, if by my intention I could make it happen, have for you the gift of connection, the sense of standing on the hinge of time, touching past and future, standing with certainty that you, yes, you, are the point where it all comes together. I would, if wishing could make it so, have for you the gift of community, a nucleus of love and challenge to convince you in your soul that you, yes, you, are a source of light in a world too long believing in the dark. Not gold, nor myrrh, nor even frankincense would I have for you this season, but simple gifts, the ones that are the hardest to find, the ones that are perfect, even for those who have everything, if such there be.
adeste fideles, leti triumphantes, venite, venite in Bethlehem. Natum videte regem angelorum, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum. O come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum. Lo, humble shepherds, hasting to his cradle, leaving their flocks in the fields, draw near. We to the gladness thither bend our footsteps. Venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum. Sing choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Oh, sing all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, all glory in the highest. Venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum. Our first reading this evening is entitled Coming to Terms with Christmas by Dina Lenny. Don't you love Christmas? Asks my teenage son. This is a time-honored ritual. He starts asking before Thanksgiving and tortures me straight through to New Year's. I do not, I say every time. And when he insists, yes, you do, Mom. You love Christmas. Say you do. I stick to my lines. It's not that I object to Christmas. I don't. It's such a nice holiday. Who could object? But it isn't mine to love. Don't be ridiculous, says my husband. Christmas is for everyone. Easy for him to say. Growing up in a town with a church on every corner, we didn't do Christmas. We celebrate a Hanukkah with the restraint befitting a minor Jewish holiday, a simple menorah, brisket and latkes, and in concession to the season, a few understated gifts. But no decorations, no shiny blue and gold banners, no blue and white lights, no point with competing with all that tinsel. We knew we were Jews, What a relief when the Christmas regalia was finally removed and our house looked like a regular house again, not shrunken and bereft. Until then, we just hunkered down and waited out the party. Christmas Day itself was especially fraught since I spent it with my father, who had remarried a woman called Noel. "Merry Christmas!" he boomed as I came through the front door, then feigned hurt when I rolled my eyes. "That's not very polite," he said. And maybe it wasn't, but I didn't want to play, and I was embarrassed for both of us. I had a photo of my dad when I was 13. When he was 13, he was standing over his Torah portion wearing a fringed tallit. Who did he think he was kidding? Eventually, I married my own true wasp. Not that he was religious, but Fred grew up with Christmas and all the trimmings. So holiday season 1986, the year we were wed, we bought a skinny live tree, as if we intended only to plant it. But in the meantime, why not decorate it, just for fun? We could dig it in a hole afterwards. I hung dangly earrings from the branches and strung them with garlands of ribbon curled with scissors. But when Eliza, our first child, was born, I put the kibosh on Christmas festivities. Commendable, I argued, for a Gentile to sit through a Seder, but when a Jew takes on Christmas, she's an imposter, a hypocrite. Never mind that Fred had valiantly donned a yarmulke more than once. He'd been willing to learn the Sabbath blessings. "We are not celebrating Christmas," I said. I didn't care that it wasn't about religion for him, only peace on earth, Santa Claus, and the smell of pine, a whiff of his childhood, in his very own living room. In the end, Fred gave in. And so that year, just weeks before my daughter's first birthday, we sat around, awkward and sad. Fred's parents were dead. My own were on the other coast, our little girl, impervious to her father's melancholy and my misgivings, played by herself on the kitchen floor. And watching her there, I realized she was entitled to Christmas. How dare I steal my husband's past from him, her legacy from her? And just like that, I gave up the cause. Christmas, though, is a slippery slope. Once you've surrendered, you just can't hang a scrawny fir with costume jewelry. You need one of those trees that takes over the living room. You need ornaments to weigh it down. You need lights, you need stockings, you need jingle bells, you need the candy canes. Before I knew it, I was making wreaths, decorating cookies, helping the kids write letters to Santa, leaving out milk and cookies, and a carrot for Rudolph. "What are you?" someone asked Eliza at her kindergarten holiday party. "I'm half Jewish and half Christmas," she said without pause. I had done my job well. That being so, in recent years, I have reverted to my curmudgeonly ways. With the children older and our family traditions established, I'm free to be the bristly, conflicted, slightly sheepish American Jew that I am. The kids now expect me to play cynic and skeptic, hence our routine, Jake's and mine. "Mom, don't you love Christmas?" he teases. But if I'm a grump, I'm not the Grinch. I'm not about to steal Christmas from them. Hey, I gave it to them in the first place. It was my idea. And what's my reward? Children, young people, that is, who love Christmas. people related to me who revel in the holiday without embarrassment or guilt, and why shouldn't they? The tree is beautiful this year. Eliza is home for the holidays, our last before Jake, too, leaves for college. Wish us a Merry Christmas, and 3 of us will return your wishes without ambivalence. I'm the 4th, though I hasten to assure you that my ambivalence has nothing to do with your own good time. I want you to have it. On behalf of my children and my husband, I thank you, and I genuinely wish the happiest of seasons to you and yours.
Our second reading is entitled, For Christmas? Written by Bob Perks. Dad, what can I get you for Christmas? He asked. I replied. It's funny. That's the same thing I wanted last year. I've arrived. I thought it would come much later in life. I thought for sure I would be in my wanting years much longer than that. My children are asking me what I want for Christmas, and I know they are looking for answers like socks, a tie, that new CD or the latest book and so on. They look at me for answers, just as they always have in more important things, like, Dad, how come the moon doesn't bump into the earth? Or, if I swallowed a mosquito, would it fly around in my belly? But they want practical answers now. So I say I want a tie. I get a tie, and I act surprised. There he sits, looking at me, wanting for me to get him off the hook so he can get on to more important things in life. But I can't help him this time. You see, the things I want this year can't be found in a store. Some are outright impossible. Some only God can provide. And yet, some are so simple and practical, he would find them silly and my answer of no help to him at all. Here's what I wanted to tell him. I want to hold you in my arms as a babe once more. I want to kiss your forehead and feel your heartbeat against my chest. I want to run and play in the park with you. I want to sled down a hill and laugh as we tumble and fall face first into the snow. I want one more day as a child, sitting around the table in the old cottage we rented each year out at Harvey's Lake. I want Grandma and Gramps, Aunt Helen and Uncle Al, Annie, Joey, Aunt Charlene, Tom and Marie, Mom and Pop, all there, playing bingo. I want to hear Uncle Al call the numbers, always starting with, under the N, the free spot. I want to see Aunt Charlene's face and have coffee with Uncle Bob. I want people to stop fighting. I want people to see our differences as attributes, not reasons to hate. I want my friends Tim and Mark and their families to find peace in their hearts as they struggle to go through the first Christmas without their child. I want to touch the world with my stories. I want my wife, Marianne, to be healthy and happy again. I want one more day with Daisy. I want to run with her, hold her face in my hands as I kiss her on the nose. I want to know that she really wanted to go, and this guilt of having to take her life lifted from my heart. I want to guarantee that everyone I know will live a long, full life filled with love. I want everyone who reads my stories to finally believe in themselves and see that the joy of living life is in the details. I want more time with my boys, and I know in my heart they want to spend time with me. I want to live long enough to see my sons have children of their own. I want. Dad, did you hear me? What can I get you for Christmas? A tie would be nice. I can always use a new tie, I said. He hugged me. I held on a little longer and whispered, I want my boys to love me. That's what I want for Christmas. They do, Dad.
The gift that is our own. No ear may hear that coming, but in this worldly den, when souls are truly humble, then the dear babe rests within.
In Charles Dickens' classic tale, A Christmas Carol, we encounter the nephew of Ebenezer Scrooge, Fred, who says, But I am sure I have always thought of Christmas time as the only time I know of in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and to think of people below them as though they were really fellow passengers to the grave and not another race of creatures bound on some other journey. We are fellow passengers to the grave. Sometimes we are the wise people led by the star, and sometimes we are the refugee family who just had a baby, and we see holiness in that new life, but we are completely vulnerable and afraid, and our need is overwhelming. Sometimes we are the one, sometimes we are the other, but always fellow passengers. The offering tonight will benefit the minister's discretionary fund, which is administered in confidence for emergency assistance for our fellow passengers in life. At this time of year, the need is especially great, so please give generously.
Our third reading tonight is The Man Who Missed Christmas by J. Edgar Park. It was Christmas Eve, and as usual, George Mason was the last to leave the office. He walked over to a massive safe, spun the dials, swung the heavy door open. Making sure the door would not close behind him, he stepped inside. A square of white cardboard was taped just above the topmost row of strong boxes. On the card, a few words were written. George Mason stared at those words, remembering. Exactly 1 year ago, he had entered this self-same vault. And then, behind his back, slowly, noiselessly, the ponderous door swung shut. He was trapped, entombed in the sudden and terrifying dark. He hurled himself at the unyielding door, his hoarse cry sounding like an explosion. Through his mind flashed all the stories he had heard of men found suffocated in time vaults. No clock controlled this mechanism. The safe would remain locked until it was opened from the outside tomorrow morning. Then the realization hit him. No one would come tomorrow. Tomorrow was Christmas. Once more he flung himself at that door, shouting wildly until he sank on his knees, exhausted. Silence came, high-pitched, stinging silence that seemed deafening. More than 36 hours would pass before anyone came. 36 hours in a steel box 3 feet wide, 8 feet long, 7 feet high. Would the oxygen last? Perspiring and breathing heavily, he felt his way around the floor. And then, in the far right-hand corner, just above the floor, he found a small circular opening. Quickly, he thrust his finger into it and felt, faint but unmistakable, a cool current of air. The tension release was so sudden that he burst into tears. But at last, he sat up. Surely he would not have to stay trapped for the full 36 hours. Somebody would miss him. But who? He was unmarried and he lived alone. The maid who cleaned his apartment was just a servant. He had always treated her as such. He had been invited to spend Christmas Eve with his brother's family, but the children got on his nerves, and they expected presents. A friend had asked, would he like to go home to a home for elderly people on Christmas Day, play the piano? George Mason was a good musician, but he had made some excuse or other. He had intended to sit at home listening to some new recordings he was giving himself for Christmas. George Mason dug his nails into the palms of his hands until the pain balanced the misery of his mind. Nobody would come to let him out. Nobody. Miserably, the whole of Christmas Day went by, and the succeeding night. On the morning after Christmas, the head clerk came into the office at the usual time, opened the safe, then went on into his private office. No one saw George Mason stagger out into the corridor, run to the water cooler, and drink great gulps of water. No one paid any attention to him as he left and took a taxi home. Then he shaved, changed his wrinkled clothes, ate breakfast, and returned to the office where his employees greeted him casually. That day he met several acquaintances and talked to his own brother grimly. The truth closed in on George Mason. He had vanished from human society during the great festival of brotherhood, and no one had missed him at all. Reluctantly, George Mason began to think about the true meaning of Christmas. Was it possible that he had been blind all these years with selfishness, indifference, pride? Was not giving, after all, the essence of Christmas because it marked the time God gave his Son to the world? All through the year that followed, with little hesitant deeds of kindness, with small unnoticed acts of unselfishness, George Mason tried to prepare himself. And now once more, it was Christmas Eve. Slowly, he backed out of the safe, closed it. He touched its grim steel face lightly, almost affectionately, and left the office. There he goes now, in his black overcoat and hat. The same George Mason as a year ago, or is it? He walks a few blocks, then flags a taxi, anxious not to be late. His nephews are expecting him to help them trim the tree. Afterwards, he is taking his brother and his sister-in-law to a Christmas play. Why is he so happy? Why does this jostling against others, laden as he is with bundles, why does it exhilarate him and delight him? Perhaps the card has something to do with it. The card he taped inside his office safe last New Year's Day. On the card is written in George Mason's own hand, to love people, to be indispensable somewhere. That is the purpose of life. That is the secret of all happiness. And now we turn towards our candle lighting ritual. Let the following prayerful words prepare our hearts and set our intentions.
Tonight, when the days are short and the sun is dim, and the nights seem never to end, in this world where hatred and fear, suspicion and violence, greed and malice still shadow human existence, we come together, as is our custom, to sing the old songs and recount the old tales,
which speak of the birth of the light bearer, of a holy child born at the midnight of the year, who is every child, a holy child who over the millennia has symbolized all those people of whatever age and tradition who have come into the world,
reminding all who hear of the great truth that greater than hate is love, and greater than fear is faith, and greater than despair is hope.
We gather here at the midnight of the year to give thanks to the light. We come seeking to make the light of love and hope and joy burn in our lives, that the world may be brighter for it by our living in it. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, oh.
Hear these words from the ancient Gospel of Luke. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill to all.
Joy to the world, the word is come. Let earth with praises ring. Let every heart prepare a room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, now gladness reigns. Let hearts their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. No more let sins and sorrow grow, nor thorns infest the ground. Let righteousness its glory show, as far as love is found, as far as love is found, as far as love is found. Let's say our extinguishing the chalice words together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry with us until we meet again. Wow, this was great. I'm so glad you came this evening. Woo! It's fun. Christmas Eve, right? Wow. As you recess out of this space, please return your candle to one of the baskets that's just going to be waiting for you right outside those doors. As we go out into our wonderful Christmas Eve and the rest of our holiday season, take with you these beautiful words from theologian Howard Thurman as sung by our amazing choir. I give it to them.